Well, a 6-foot right-hander, a sophomore for Punahou. 3-1 on the year, seven games, 5 starts, 3.67 earned run average. But in this tournament, he has seen a lot of action. He was the starter in the opening night, and Punahou jumped all over their opponent in that ball game. He lasted only 30 pitches and was pulled to save him for the next night, which he went 6 innings in that ball game. And then we're seeing here again tonight, talking to Eric Kataoka before this ball game, they were anticipating maybe 2, maximum 3 innings from him here. And with that spotted 10-run first inning, it may even be less than that.
14 batters for Punahou in the top of the first. Every player in the lineup scored a run. And a 10-0 advantage spotted to Zachery Muenster as he gets ready to offer his first pitch to Kaulana Ching, starting second baseman and leadoff batter for the Bears.
Don't ever want to think that you can't come back. There is a bit of a reality check, but pride is a third
baseman. With Ching at first. First pitch.
Won the game 11-10 to clinch the WAC. We did it. The same score.
You don't get back in the ball game by hitting the grand slam every time. You get back in bits and pieces.
Here is Bryson DeFun. DeFun was 0 for 2 last night in the semifinal win over St. Louis. He did walk once and came around to score. That's a chopper to the shortstop. Yamane plays to second.
Counselor right there.
And a guy Baldwin fans love to see in this position. Bases loaded. Brandon Kaupe, hard hitter in the cleanup spot. First pitch. Here you see Kaupe. That one foul.
Put a 1 in the column and then put a 0.
There's the 0-2. That one
arm. But again, Eric Kataoka told us last night he was either going to go with Ellis or Eldridge today.
That one, a slider that bends in, called strike, and a walk. Now trying to help his own cause as the pitcher. That one comes in and hits Shishito. That's a ground ball to short. Yamane fields it, goes to second. This time Fukushima with the... And if Daniel Kinoshita with runners at the corners can get a base hit here, that changes some gaudy numbers, particularly in the batting average department. Here's a chopper to second. Fukushima this time go.
Need to get some scenics of Maui, something that screams Maui. Well, where's your first stop going to be? You're part of the family.
Jordan Negrini. We're here in the bottom of the second, 11-2 in favor of the Buff and Blue. That's a chopper down the line. Reese Toma underhands it to Muenster. So here comes C.J. Santos, the aforementioned C.J. Santos, the center fielder. Oh no, misses high.
To crowd the dish a little bit. Eric Kataoka has noticed that, wants his pitchers to establish.
Here's the 2-1. That one chopped over the mound. Coming over is the shortstop, Yamane.
Too many injuries potentially, and I don't think you get there fast.
Ching single to center his first time up, came around to score. Slider misses outside. Ching single to center his first time up, came around to score. Slider misses outside. That one hit off the handle. Later became a scout with the Los Angeles Dodgers, and his top discovery, as history tells, is Sid Fernandez. Double play ball for Punahou. Last year doing so, and so you'll see if we get a shot of the field as that one hit off the handle by Pantarilla.
Marcus, anybody who's played a lot of baseball over the years, you've seen some terrible batter's box. He's the money. Everything is straight, everything is square, everything is flush. It really is a little bit of an art form involved.
I mean, the guy is like a diamond rat out here. He's always around the stadium.
Bryson DeFun at the plate, and he knocks that one out. But we are taking this time and this opportunity to thank Warren Shimabuku. Good look. The 0-1 coming from Muenster. That one hit to
a great one for him, and you're right, he's given a lot to this program.
Zachery Muenster on the mound, and that bender. If they do not score a couple of runs to cut it back down to single digits.
In 2 games in this tournament, he wasn't probably going to use Muenster more than 2, maybe 3 innings tops.
I'll tell you what, though, that slider by Muenster is looking pretty sharp and has...
The pitching coach had told me 20 minutes before the game that it was a possibility that he maybe scratched his.
Thinking about, will it continue on Maui? That's going to be an economic.
Those two organizations have kicked in a lot of cash, and it helps for things like airfares.
There's a 3-2 to Kishido, and that's hit deep down the left field line, but it will veer out of 3-2. Here again as the third and final seed out of the ILH, claiming number 6. And how about that hook by Muenster?
High school in the entire country a couple years ago, so across the board, but you have taller. It just doesn't happen. At some point, you break through.
You know, you could say, hey, St. Louis, with the way that Punahou has over the last 6+ years, it is downright.
Teams at that time for the state championships. The last 6, they have won it outright. 25-0 coming into tonight.
That's what he has done as the head coach of that program, working in the offseason as well for
attitudes. And you come into the school as a freshman, you don't think that you're going to be good. You know that there is an...
They've always been, especially in recent history, really good.
Yeah. Really rebuilding, it's reloading. I mean, you're bringing in 5 new starters there eventually by maybe the end of your sophomore year, your junior year, able to step in.
2-2 and into a whole other discussion. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Muenster strikes out the side. And we head into the 5th inning. Punahou perhaps just 3 outs away from number 7. Let's send it over to Jen Boniza. Jen. Jordan Negrini stepping in. And it remains Zach Muenster on the mound. First pitch fastball.
A very long week in this tournament. Probably set the ground rules and said, hey, you know, you're out here.
Yeah, you're right. For anybody not watching, again, after being supported by 10 runs in the top of the first, he came here, proceeded to give up a single and then hit a batter, and just like that, 2 on.
Here as a freshman, won the state final for Punahou. Clinching number 6. Here's a ground ball to third. Nomura has a long throw. Got him!
Noticeable Nomura hitch. See, you went there.
Someone will text him any minute now. CJ Santos sends that one into shallow right, coming on, and the Kings of the Hill would finally be knocked off.
Coming over the fans in a moment, because some of the fans sitting just to my right asked me, is there a 10-run rule? So I wonder, a lot of people in attendance maybe don't know, and they're going to see a celebration.
Aulana Ching, top of the order, coming up. Here's the 0-1 to Ching. Swung on and missed, strike 2.
9 in a row retired by Muenster.
0-2. That one misses outside. They are ready to explode over there in the Punahou dugout. Here's a chopper down the line. Nomura has one more play to make. And there it is. The Buff and Blue are in 7th heaven. The Punahou Buff and Blue have made it 7 in a row, and the dynasty lives on.
I don't think this happened the way that anybody really thought it was going to. What were your thoughts after that first inning?
After that first inning, I know once we had a lead, Zach can shut them down for the rest of the game, and it's exactly what we did.